Now, WTWO Sports with Tommy Poole.
Good evening, folks, and welcome into the famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway, home of the Indianapolis 500 and the 100th running. Terre Haute North picked up a midweek win against rival Northview. Wednesday tonight, the Patriots stepping back into Conference Indiana play where they host Perry Meridian. It's a rare sight. I've got the sunglasses on instead of a raincoat. Beautiful weather here in North Davies. That's my first stop of the night. Yeah, thank you, Grant. It's back to business for the Indiana State Sycamores after one of their best performances of the season last Saturday. Senior night on the north side of Terre Haute. Yes, I know it's hard to believe the girls' high school basketball season is coming to an end already. Classic. The first game will be, it's Robinson and Terre Haute North. I'm done singing, I promise. All that needs to be said, Caleb Hamilton. How about this? Scoring not one, not two, not three, 4, or 5 touchdowns, but 6 TDs as the quarterback in Saturday's game. That was after the senior received an offer to ISU. What a day there for him. Absolute beaut here by Deranger Cunningham, slicing and dicing, cutting his way to the hoop. See what I did there? JB and company heating up from behind the arc, hitting 8 threes in the first half. State leads Illinois State 42-27 at the half. In the second, Brenton Scott picking up where ISU left off. Third quarter, Jacob Hill going to connect to Caleb Stevens. What a lengthy grab there. And he is off to the races, down the sideline and into the end zone to break a scoreless tie. JB and company heating up from behind the arc, hitting 8 threes in the first half. State leads Illinois State 42-27 at the half. In the second, Brenton Scott picking up where ISU left off, giving everyone free queso with 9 threes right out of the gate. Then how about Bronson Kessinger down the lane, look out below, 47-30 State leads. Keaton Cox, is he back this week, Grant? He sure was tonight. Look at him ripping it off early on. Linton's going to take a 12-7 lead over at Bloomfield. The Cardinals in a bird battle with the T-Birds of North Central just up the road from us here. Home team would get on the board first. Mitchell Birch makes a toss to Kyler Hudson, who makes a quick step along the baseline for 2. North Central going to answer right back, though. James Roberts gets the dish and knocks down the medium-sized jumper if you want to pick there. Bloomfield will start to pull away. Isaac Combs drives the baseline and makes a nice pass to Hudson for 2 more. Seniors making it look easy in the start of this one. Ty Thompson tries for the answer for the T-Birds, but the 3 won't go. Bloomfield gets a nice bounce, and it's off to the races for Turner Royal, hitting the pull-up jumper. 8-2 Bloomfield. North Central would connect on a tray. Brayton Suggs from way downtown. That was at the volleyball line there. Bloomfield answers with the 3 of their own. Not as long, but it still counts the same amount of points. Cardinals get the win 84-38. Bloomfield on the road tomorrow for a contest against Brown County. Yeah, Grant, it was back to reality for the Indiana State Sycamores after beating Illinois State by 30 Saturday. ISU was reminded what life in the Valley is like.
There will be no, 0, this many, Russian, blowouts.
It's tough to win on the road, and especially places like this. And, you know, we have to be ready for the full 40 minutes, and we didn't come out ready to play, you know, for the first, half, and we wanted to come out in the second half with more energy.
One of the Sycamore's strength in the previous 2 games, defense, was their kryptonite in the first half.
Even in that last play with Lloyd getting a back cut, that's one thing he is very good at, and we know he does that, and we're right there down to it. Just need to get in a stop, and we give up a back cut to him. So.
And the Sycamore's saving grace, the 3 ball was not there either. Sycamore's just had 1 3-point basket in the first half and finished the game with 5.
We didn't focus on defense as much. Offense, you're not always going to hit shots, but if defense is there, then you'll be fine. And today our defense wasn't there, and we didn't communicate, and all the stuff that the coaches prepared us for, we didn't follow through with the game plan.
The silver lining, State is still tied for 3rd in the conference, and tonight was a constant reminder that anything can happen in the Missouri Valley Conference. Reporting at SIU Arena with Local News That Matters, Tommy Poole, WTWO.
It's a game of chess at speeds in excess of 230 miles per hour. For 200 laps, 500 miles, track position is critical if you want to win at Indy.
Current position, obviously where you're at comparatively to others on strategy. You have to pay attention to who you're around. Some guys are a little bit safer to race with, some guys aren't so much.
One wrong move from one of those other drivers can end a day early. Teams use spotters perched high above to help avoid those disasters.
They're the eye in the sky right there. They're telling you if somebody's on your outside, inside.
At 230 miles an hour, you're doing a football field in a second, so you're covering a lot of ground. For Scott to take his eyes off of the track and look in the mirrors and stuff is not just distracting. It's just like you're going to be catching somebody before you know it.
I like to say that a spotter is like a waiter in a restaurant. Graham comes and sits in my section, and he tells me how he wants his meal prepared, and it's my job to serve it to him that way. And the engineer and the crew members are the chef, and they prepare the meal. But when we go out on the racetrack, it's Graham and I, and I try to make sure that his experience is what he expects.
It's much like a trust fall, but cement walls and a catch fence await for a miscommunication. Trusting the voice in your ear doesn't come overnight.
It's just experience, working together. Obviously, Steve and I have worked together a little while here. And Clay, who will be my spotter in turn one, I've known Clay my entire life.
I used to think that the best seat in the house was in the pit box, change the tires, fuel in the car, and then I discovered the spotter stand.
Tommy Poole, Ritual of Speed.
10 years ago, Travis was killed at Ball State in a car accident, and we wanted to do something to give back to the community.
For the 10th year, the carts were filled with familiar faces, like 2007 first-round NBA draft pick Greg Oden, all coming back together remembering their friend Travis Smith.
Each year, to see people come back and remember Travis and what he was stood for and all that, it really helps heal our hearts.
My best friend Travis, he was one of the best golfers I've seen. So just to come here and play in this tournament for his name, is definitely awesome, and just showing a tribute to him.
What better way to tribute Travis than swinging the club for a great cause? Travis was always thinking of others and would give back to his community as much as he could.
He knew his community and they knew him. A lot of people knew Travis, and just for this golf outing, just to help spread to so many golf activities that it helps. It's just a big thing, good thing.
Proceeds raised from the outing go to all 3 Vigo County High School golf programs.
Chris Castle was telling me today that the West Vigo girls, he was able to buy them shirts, shoes, things that they've never had before, and that they had their first match yesterday and they were so excited because they looked like a real team.
Making it the perfect tribute to Travis. In Terre Haute with local news that matters, Tommy Poole, WTWO Sports.